said Christmas tree.
Oh, it was a lovely display of all these cupcakes in this beautiful format, the pyramid of cupcakes there, sitting on the counter.
Downtown.
And, well,
Yep.
Mitch, how do they taste?
Divine.
Did you
Oh no, I'm turning into a foodie.
It's not about being a foodie, it's about the gigantic sugar rush in the morning. This is exactly what you need, but man, Arturo,
That's
the guy's got
smoothie and- yeah,
skills.
that's all boarded up.
Those with blueberry muffins.
It's no longer politically correct, I guess.
It's gotta be something.
Do you want a
in the
cash
water.
app?
It's
There's
in
a
his
CIBC
DNA,
down
because
there.
his
Oh,
mom
okay.
was in last night bringing him his dinner, and she
Mr.
brought him
Headshaker.
into a shred little ensemble. My gosh, it was to die for.
Of the ancient past.
Something we often call the Dark Ages.
Yes, that was, of course, easy to exaggerate, and one of the impressive things about the scholarship of the last century or more is that it's recovered a considerable amount of traces of things that had survived, even through the darkest part of the period of chaos and disruption. There were, above all, survivals in monasteries, because for
See, there's the
such
next one right there.
odd and fascinating reasons, monasteries, though devoted, of course, utterly to the service of Christ, nonetheless became repositories of pagan texts.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Yeah, they've got the dump truck, fuel tanker.
The purple. Miscellaneous other.
Yeah. They may or may not get everyone on board.
Yeah, I got it. Keep down, put it warm enough.
How did they come to decide that the universe was composed of these atoms or of basic units?
It's a fantastic speculation, isn't it, Paul? I mean, of course, there was no empirical proof of this theory at all for more than 2,000 years. Well more than 2,000 years. So it was a fantastic speculation, competing with other speculations. It just happens that this speculation turns out to be
Glad we didn't bring the
closer
Porsche.
to the truth of things than its competitors. And how they came up with it was through deductions, unbelievably clever, daring deductions from some very peculiar and obvious observations. If you lie down as they did, as we do, and look at a beam of sunlight, you're
What's called the narcotic effect. So if this becomes common practice, collective bargaining, the incentive to collective bargaining becomes grossly distorted and it becomes dysfunctional. Well, so let's call it if you're going to do this, that is, if you are going to step in, then you've got to replace the right to strike and the right to lock out with a fair mechanism. And I think there's also another problem with the legislation that this government's been bringing forward, in that they've insisted that there will be no strike, there will be an arbitrator, but we will appoint the arbitrator. Now this is something that is highly unusual. It's being challenged by the Post Office Union in connection with the appointment of their arbitrator. This all now has a constitutional dimension. What this government is doing is, I think, quite clearly inviting a constitutional challenge, which will be launched by the Air Canada employees. It's under instead worrying about what the stock price is this week,
which is what's happening now.
I would argue that it is, Michael. I would argue that there are all these executives who've got big stock packages and are sort of worried, what's the stock price going to be? What are all those analysts going to say about me? I better pay attention to them, rather than spending the time they spend with analysts and shareholders, spending it with customers, figuring out how to sell them higher quality products for more money so that they can make a bigger profit.
We'll go after the executives in a few moments, but I want to get back to what you see as the fundamental problem.
disclosure at the end of a 2-hour documentary about salt. I'm addicted to the stuff. Then again, every living thing is similarly addicted. I'm told that before the Reformation, a few grains of salt were sprinkled onto every newborn baby's tongue at the time of baptism to signify purity, endurance, wisdom, power, uniqueness, and protection from evil. I can still remember tossing a pinch of salt over my left shoulder to frighten off any evil spirits that I thought were lurking there. Salt.
Coffee?
It's essential.
Or,
You want to have coffee here?
or we can wait till we get to the sugar
Well, we
sandwich.
can have
On
it here.
Ideas Tonight,
That's
the
pretty
second
few.
Yeah.
hour of a 2-part series on salt. Special thanks to Mark Kurlansky and Pierre Lazu. Technical production, Dave Field. The executive producer of Ideas is Bernie Lucht, and I'm Paul Kennedy. Please stay tuned now to CBC Radio 1 for the hourly news.